War is about to change forever, not because of a new weapon, because of a new kind of intelligence. Artificial intelligence is transforming warfare at a speed that most people do not understand. Within the next decade, human soldiers will become obsolete on the modern battlefield. Not because humans are not brave, not because they are not skilled, but because they are too slow. AI-powered weapons can make decisions in milliseconds. Humans take seconds. In modern combat, that difference is lethal. The side with faster AI wins. The side without AI loses. And here is the terrifying part: once both sides have AI weapons, war becomes unwinnable. Because AI systems can attack and defend faster than humans can comprehend what is happening. The conflict becomes a machine versus machine war that escalates to mutual destruction before any human can decide to stop it. This is not science fiction. This is happening now. The United States, China, Russia, and Israel are racing to deploy AI weapons, autonomous drones, AI guided missiles, robotic ground vehicles, cyber weapons that attack faster than any human hacker. These systems are already being used, and they are getting smarter, much smarter. Let me explain how AI is changing warfare. Traditional warfare is human-driven. Soldiers fight, generals make decisions, politicians decide when to start and stop wars. But AI changed this. AI weapons can identify targets, make kill decisions, and execute attacks without human involvement. This is called lethal autonomous weapons systems, LADUS. These are weapons that select and engage targets on their own. A human gives a general command: destroy enemy air defenses in this region. The AI takes over. It identifies radar installations. It calculates the optimal attack strategy. It launches drones or missiles. It adapts in real time if the enemy responds. All of this happens in seconds. A human commander cannot process information that fast, cannot make decisions that fast, cannot adapt that fast. So the human is removed from the decision loop. The AI fights the war. Why is this happening? Because speed is survival. Modern warfare is about decision cycles. The OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. Whichever side completes this loop faster wins. In World War II, decision cycles were measured in hours or days. In the Gulf War, they were measured in minutes. Today, in high-intensity conflict between advanced militaries, decision cycles are measured in seconds. And soon, humans cannot operate at that speed. Human reaction time is roughly 250 milliseconds. That is a quarter of a second just to perceive a threat. Then you need time to assess the situation, time to decide what to do, time execute the action. Even the best trained soldier needs at least 1 to 2 seconds to react to a sudden threat. AI can do this in 10 milliseconds. That is 100 to 200 times faster than a human. In a dogfight between a human-piloted fighter jet and an AI-piloted drone, the AI wins every time. Not because the AI is more skilled, but because it is faster. The AI sees the threat, calculates the optimal maneuver, and executes before the human pilot even realizes they are in danger. This is already being demonstrated. In 2020, a U.S. Air Force AI system defeated a human fighter pilot in simulated combat. 5 rounds. The AI won all 5. The human pilot was an experienced F-16 instructor. He could not land a single hit on the AI. Why? Speed. The AI anticipated his did not faster. It did not hesitate. It did not feel fear or fatigue. It just executed the optimal strategy millisecond by millisecond, and this was in 2020. The AI systems today are far more advanced. By 2030, no human pilot will be able to compete with an AI in air-to-air combat. The question is not whether AI will replace human pilots. The question is how fast. And it is not just pilots. Ground combat is being transformed. The U.S. military is developing autonomous ground vehicles, small robotic tanks. AI controlled, they can patrol, they can detect threats, they can engage targets. Israel has deployed autonomous Sentry guns on its borders. These are machine guns mounted on robotic platforms. They use AI to identify targets. A human monitors the system remotely, but the AI makes the targeting decisions. If the AI identifies a threat, it alerts the human operator. The operator can override, but in practice, the human usually approves the AI's decision. Because the AI is faster and more accurate, over time the human role will shrink. Eventually, the human will be removed entirely. The system will be fully autonomous. And 20 years I fought in the war will mean I watched drones on a screen in Nevada while AI did the killing. Navies are going autonomous. The US Navy is building autonomous surface vessels and submarines. These are unmanned ships controlled by AI. They can patrol. They can hunt enemy submarines. They can launch missiles. They operate for months without human intervention. China is doing the same. Russia is developing autonomous underwater drones, torpedo-like weapons that can patrol the ocean for years, waiting for a signal to attack. These systems can strike without warning. They can hide on the ocean floor. They are nearly impossible to detect. And they are controlled by AI, but the most dangerous development is drone swarms. A drone swarm is hundreds of thousands of small drones operating together as a coordinated unit. Each drone is cheap, each drone is expendable, but together, they are overwhelming. Imagine 1,000 small drones attacking an aircraft carrier. The carrier's defenses can shoot down some, maybe many, but not all. The drones coordinate. They attack from multiple directions. They adapt in real time. If some are disturbed, the rest adjust their tactics. The carrier's human crew cannot react fast enough. The AI controlling the drone swarm is making thousands of tactical decisions per second, adjusting, adapting, overwhelming. Traditional defenses cannot stop a well-coordinated drone swarm. You need AI to fight AI. You need your own autonomous defense systems that can identify and engage hundreds of targets simultaneously. This is an AI arms race, and it is accelerating. China is ahead in some areas. China demonstrated a 1,000 drone swarm in 2021, 1,000 drones flying in coordinated formation, executing complex maneuvers, all controlled by AI. This was a demonstration, a message. China can deploy swarms at scale. The US is catching up. The US military is developing its own swarm technologies. But China has advantages. China has fewer ethical constraints on AI development. China has access to enormous amounts of data for training AI systems. And China has a massive manufacturing base. China can produce drones at scale. Cheap, fast. In a conflict, China could deploy tens of thousands of drones, maybe hundreds of thousands, overwhelming any defense. The United States has technological advantages. US AI systems are more sophisticated. US military hardware is more advanced. Electronic warfare capabilities are unmatched. But wars are not won by quality alone. Quantity matters. If China can deploy 100,000 cheap drones and the US can deploy 10,000 advanced drones, who wins? It depends. But the numerical advantage matters. And this creates pressure to go fully autonomous. Because humans cannot control 100,000 drones. You need AI. You need systems that can command and coordinate at scale without human oversight. So both sides are moving toward full autonomy. Not because they want to, but because they have to. The side that hesitates loses. Here is the strategic problem. AI weapons create a use it or lose it dynamic. If you know the enemy has AI weapons that can strike in seconds, you cannot wait to be attacked. You have to strike first. Or at least your AI has to be ready to strike instantly if it detects an attack. This creates instability. Both sides have AI systems on hair, trigger alert. Both sides have given their AI authority to strike autonomously if certain conditions are met. A sensor malfunction, a false alarm, a misinterpreted signal. Any of these could trigger an AI to launch an attack, and once one AI attacks, the other AI responds. Automatically. Instantly. Within seconds, the conflict escalates beyond human control. Humans are trying to shut it down. But the AIs are making decisions faster than humans can intervene. Missiles are already in the air. Drones are already swarming. Cyber attacks are already underway. By the time the humans understand what is happening, it is too late. This is not hypothetical. In 1983, a Soviet early warning system detected incoming US missiles. The system recommended an immediate nuclear retaliation. A human officer, Stanislav Petrov, decided the alert was a false alarm. He refused to report it up the chain of command. He was right. It was a malfunction. His decision prevented a nuclear war. Now imagine that scenario with AI. The AI detects incoming missiles. The AI is programmed to retaliate immediately. There is no Stanislav Petrov. There is no human in the loop. The AI launches. World War II-III starts because of a sensor glitch. This is the danger of autonomous weapons. They remove human judgment, and human judgment, however flawed, is the final safeguard against catastrophic mistakes. We're building weapons that can start World War II-III faster than we can say, wait, that's a glitch. So why are countries building these systems if they are so dangerous? 3 reasons. First, military advantage. The country that deploys AI weapons first has a massive advantage. It can strike faster. It can strike with precision. It can overwhelm traditional defenses. No military wants to be the second to deploy AI, because by then it might be too late. Second, a cost. AI weapons are cheaper than human soldiers. Training a fighter pilot costs millions of dollars and takes years. An AI can be trained in months and copied infinitely. A human soldier requires food, housing, healthcare, and a salary. A drone requires maintenance and electricity. Over time, AI weapons are far more cost-effective. And in an era of budget constraints, militaries are looking for cost savings. AI offers that. Third, casualties. Politicians and publics do not like casualties. Dead soldiers create political problems. AI weapons eliminate that problem. Your drones get destroyed, build more. No funerals, no grieving families, no political backlash. This makes war more politically acceptable, which makes war more likely. And here is the deep irony. AI weapons are supposed to make war more precise, less collateral damage, smarter targeting, but they might actually make war more brutal. Why? Because AI removes the human cost from the equation. If you can wage war without risking your own soldiers, you are more willing to wage war. If your drones get destroyed, it is just metal and circuitry. You rebuild, you attack again. War becomes a contest of industrial production. Who can build drones faster? Who can deploy more AI systems? The side with more resources grinds down the other side. And because there are no human casualties on your side, there is no domestic pressure to stop. The war continues indefinitely until one side runs out of resources or the infrastructure is so destroyed that neither side can continue. This also changes the nature of victory. In traditional war, you win by breaking the enemy's will to fight. You inflict enough casualties that the enemy surrenders. But if the enemy is not losing soldiers, just drones, their will to fight does not break. They just keep building more drones. So you have to escalate. You have to target not just military assets, but industrial capacity, factories, power plants, supply chains. You have to destroy the enemy's ability to produce weapons. This means total war, targeting civilian infrastructure, which means massive civilian casualties. So the precision of AI weapons is irrelevant if the logic of AI warfare drives you to total war strategies. There is also the problem of proliferation. AI weapons will spread rapidly because they are based on software. Software can be copied, code can be stolen. Algorithms can be reverse engineered. Today, only a handful of countries have advanced AI weapons: the US, China, Russia, Israel. Within 10 years, dozens of countries will have them. Within 20 years, non-state actors, terrorist groups, malicious, criminal organizations will have them. Because the hardware is getting cheaper. Small drones cost less than $30,000. You can buy them commercially. The expensive part is the AI. But AI is software. Once the software exists, it can be copied. A terrorist group could deploy a drone swarm against a city, against a stadium, against an airport. The defenses do not exist. How do you stop 100 small drones flying at different altitudes from different directions? You cannot. Not with current systems. You need AI to fight AI. But most cities do not have military-grade AI defense systems, so they are vulnerable, catastrophically vulnerable. Governments are aware of this. There have been calls for international treaties banning autonomous weapons, the campaign to stop killer robots. The UN has held discussions. Some countries support a ban, but the major military powers, US, China, Russia, do not. They say autonomous weapons can be regulated, they can be used responsibly, but they will not give up the technology, because giving it up means giving up military superiority. So there will be no ban, there will be guidelines, voluntary commitments, but no enforcement. Countries will promise to use AI responsibly, and then they will define responsible, however suits their interests. In practice, there will be no restrictions. AI weapons will proliferate. The only question is how fast.